I wish I had memorized all these jokes, but I'm not that kind of guy. So I have some cheap cards here. I had Rachel and I had talked about who was going to headline tonight, and you know, I didn't want to go last, so we figured we'd rock paper scissors to see who was going to headline, and okay, sorry.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, there you are.
There we go. Okay, cool. Guy hadn't said anything meaningful up until that point. So Alright, so Rachel and I were talking about who was going to headline tonight, and I didn't want to go last. So I challenged her to a game of rock, paper, scissors. And she's a new lesbian, and I figured she was going to throw a lot of scissors. So we were talking the other day, and she said one of the problems with being a lesbian in this town is there's just not a lot of them. She needs a dating app to meet people. I said, Rachel, you don't need a dating app, you need a cup and string. Right? You make it a diva cup, so you know to call back next week if your mind's busy. Stale era. Anyway, I'm up here. I figured I should share some embarrassing things about myself. This is a comedy night. It was an embarrassing amount of time between finding out the women had eggs and realizing they're not like eggs. Like I was giving them credit for hiding them for all those years. Like I have never seen a human egg. Y'all got caviar is what you have. Put this on. Sorry, I was thinking I was going to go third. I wish I was a little more prepared right now. I did comedy about a month ago, and I had some critiques of myself, and I really wanted to tighten this up. I said the words light, and, well, I've got to tell you, way too many times. And so for the rest of the night, hold on, let me test this out with some vibrate. No, I'm not going to shock myself. There we go.
Thank you, baby.
My beautiful girlfriend over here is going to suffer as much as I am. Yeah, it worked. Okay. I also decided I wasn't going to test it until I got up here. So that's
it looks like it's on high.
Anyway, so the last time I did comedy, somebody came up to me afterwards and said, I've got to take some big nuts to get up there and do that. And I'm here representing to let all the guys know that you can get up here and do comedy if you just have the regular nuts. Okay, she's doing it. So my girlfriend's been telling me that she wants me to start dressing more like a world traveler. So I've been wearing a lot of sweatpants and neck pillows. And traveling is super comfortable. Having a girlfriend is great. It's like, it tells you what to expect. Or, it's not, sorry, this thing is hotter than I expected. It's nice to know what to expect. When I was single, I remember one time I got a text from this girl and she said, hey, do you want to come over? I'm really into Bukowski. And I was like, yeah, cool, I could go for some mid-century American literature. So I show up, with my books ready to read. And I walk in, and there's 9 guys with their pants off around her, and I realize her phone doesn't know what Bukowski is. So phones are really changing the way that we talk. It was like 3 months after we got the phones, but they were sitting around talking, like, do you know what sucks is actually talking. So they gave us text messages and we were cool for a little bit. And they're like, these people hate spelling. Like we need little pictures that they can use instead of words. And the eggplant has never been the same. Like, nobody would have ever asked you, hey, do you want to come over for some eggplant? Like now, somebody sends you, hey, want to come over? Eggplant? Like, didn't you do?
Yeah.
If you know Braille, every nipple is a tiny little word search. And they're all saying, ooh. I saw I know that I phoned this in, guys. I'm just apologizing in advance. I saw a balloon the other day that said, it's a boy. And I was thinking, it's 2019. I think we should let that balloon decide what it is. the news the other day that said we've lost 3 billion birds in the last 30 years. We did it, guys. Got rid of the birds. Got rid of the birds. Nobody's admitting that we used to have too many birds. Have you ever been outside like, wow, I wish there were more fucking seagulls around here?
Yeah.
It's all the people playing Angry Birds.
Exactly, yeah, just smashing them into houses. Yeah. So we need, I think what we need is more positive spins on the news. They're so boring the way they feed us the news. It's always Hurricane Nathaniel is coming in, and it's like, who cares what Hurricane Nathaniel is doing? I think we need to start naming these things after porn stars, spice it up a little bit. And Hurricane Ron Jeremy is coming into both Carolinas tonight. It's going to be the wettest storm on record since Jenna Jameson took the whole southern tip of Florida. So I flew down to LA recently to visit my grandma. Anybody that was here last time, I talked about my grandma. She had Alzheimer's. I went down to visit her. I was in the airport, and I don't know why I dropped a sad note mid joke, but anyway, it comes back around later. So I went down to visit her. I'm in the airport, and Liam Neeson goes running by, and my second thought after, really, he's flying commercial, is, this man lost another kid? How many Taken movies are they going to make before the CPS steps in? So, I'm sitting there at my gate, and the whole game changes at an airport when you're at your gate. Because all those people around, they're flying with you. Up until then, the whole freak show is like, glad I'm not with that guy. But then we're sitting down looking around like, it's us. It's all of us up there. And quick little public service announcement before we get on this plane. If you have a unique laugh, you really need to pay attention to what's going on around you before you fire one off. There was an announcement on the loudspeakers that said, please don't leave any bags unattended. Please report any unattended bags or suspicious activities. And 3 seats down, this lady goes, ha, 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 ha. Where's Liam? We have a summer blockbuster on our hands. There's some snakes on this motherfucking plane. So I get down, I'm hanging out with Grandma, and her memory's starting to slip a little bit, but there was a glimmer of hope. So we're at the dinner room, and she keeps asking, where's Lois? And you can't tell her Lois died. You just can't. It's a long conversation. We're trying to get through dinner. So you just keep saying, Lois is on vacation, Grandma. And where's Lois? Lois is on vacation, Grandma. So we're up at the line. We're up waiting to get our food. And somebody comes in and jumps in front of us in line, bumps her walker, and she turns around and says, hold my purse, young buck. I'm about to send this guy on vacation. Anyway, that's my time. So,
Sorry.
I'll give you one more shot. Anyway, I'm going to introduce Braden to come up next. Braden, where you at, buddy? Brandon. That's terrible.